You've embraced hard work and you achieved success. When it comes to your financial future, there's no leaving it to chance, but there is a lot to consider. Estate tax, market volatility, income tax, Social Security, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. I'm Southwest Florida's financial planner, Alfie Townsend, and protecting and growing your nest egg is my business. Coming up on today's show,
taking emotion out of investing, long-term healthcare insurance, the importance of a fiduciary, and much more.
Welcome to Saving the Investor with certified financial planner, investment advisor, and insurance professional Alfie Townsend, president of Advantage Retirement Group. Alfie is a published author, radio show host, speaker, and industry leader.
why do you use an annuity? A lot of people use it for the wrong thing.
He works with retirees and pre-retirees to build and protect their nest egg and offers his experience to help those concerned about financial independence in retirement. If you've got questions about retirement, Saving the Investor starts now.
Hi, everybody. I'm Craig Wolf here with certified financial planner Alfie Townsend. Alfie, how you doing?
Fantastic.
All right. We're going to talk about taking the emotion out of investing. The legendary Warren Buffett of Omaha, Nebraska. He had a famous saying, this is probably one of the great investors of all time.
All time.
Be greedy when other people are fearful. Be fearful when other people are greedy. What did he mean by that?
Well, what happens is this. Now, this is how Warren Buffett made up most of his money, is when everybody's running away from the market because the market's going down, that's when he is getting excited and getting in. And then when the market is doing very well, the market's very, very high, everybody wants to get in when it's high. So they do it really the opposite. So you want to be a contrarian. You want to do it, you want to take the emotion out of investing. That's the most important part. That's why we do coaching classes with our clients every 3 months. And we explain to them the market, everybody hates volatility, they say, but not really. They love upward volatility, but they don't like that downward volatility. But volatility is the way that you get returns. So returns come from volatility. The key is not to be in too much of a risky portfolio that's going to make you say, I can't take it anymore.
So that actually, a technical tool, by not being in too risky of a portfolio, can help you take the emotion out, because when the market goes down, it's instinctive amongst us. It's sort of wired into our DNA to get frightened, and we want to get out.
And it's the exact opposite. So as a market goes down, when you have a great portfolio managers that we do, what they're going to be doing, they're going to be buying, because that's a buying opportunity. So matter of fact, if a client were to ever call me, and they don't do that because they know it when they come on board with us, if you were to call me in a downward market to say, I want to go to cash, it's my job to say, hey, listen, go fishing, go play golf, go play tennis, take a vacation, and this is where we get paid, because I would be doing you a disservice if I took you out of the market at that time, because those are buying opportunities. We're going to be buying it during those times, and then before you know it, it's back up and then beyond what you had. So it's so important to take the emotion out of investing, and that's where you need a financial coach to do that. It's not easy. It's easier said than done. It's like, how do you lose weight? It's easy to lose weight, eat less, move more, but it's not easy, is it?
Golf is not the way to lower the stress factor in my life, I can tell you that much.
Okay.
The other thing in your workshops, which I highly recommend, and we talk about those on this program, you talk about how world affairs impact the financial markets.
It does.
You turn on the television and watch the news. I worked in that business my whole life.
Yeah.
It can scare you, and that moves markets when people make news.
It moves markets, but it mostly moves individuals, because they see that, hey, the market is going to go down because now we're talking about North Korea, we're talking about just different world of events that they think it's going to move the market. But the thing about it is the market's 6 months ahead of them already. It's already ahead of that news. So that's old news to the market. So what you have to do is just have a portfolio that you understand, portfolio that you're not taking unnecessary risk, and make sure you're in the right risk with your portfolio and your alignment for risk.
All right. taking the emotion out of investing. Excellent information. Certified financial planner Alfie Townsend. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Alfie can help, but you have to give him a call. So pick up the phone right now and give him a jingle at 239-747-1080. That's 239-747-1080.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
All you have to do is turn on the news to see that we live in a world that seems to be in constant turmoil. And what world affairs can unleash in the financial markets is enough to keep you awake at night. It makes you wonder how safe your investments are and has you asking yourself, what can you do to protect your hard-earned nest egg in an uncertain world? Well, we've got some help with our latest workshop. It's called How World Affairs Impact Your Financial Affairs. It's full of plain-spoken, to-the-point information and how to get a handle on your retirement savings, maintaining a firm grip, and growing it going forward. It comes straight from the man who's been helping people just like you for more than 30 years. Certified financial planner, radio talk show host, and TV personality, Alfie Townsend. Plus, we hold the workshop at one of the best restaurants in the world, and dinner is on us. Join us at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, but you need to act quickly because seating is limited. Call 239-747-1080. If you've never attended our workshop and have saved $500,000 or more, nail down your spot right now by calling 239-747-1080. That's 239-747-1080. Don't wait. Seating is very limited.
My stepfather, his name was Jack Glass, and as children, we always think that our parents don't know anything. And obviously, the older we get, the more they seem to have that wisdom we always talk about. I'm trying to instill that to my son. Hey, we have wisdom, listen to us. But one thing Jack always said, and it was a couple things. One thing he said is, Alfie, the only time you start on top is when you're digging a hole. And I love that saying, and that's I've said that many, many times, and a lot of executives from large companies, when I told them that, they said, you know what, I've never heard that, and I love it. I'm going to use it. But the other thing he said, and he would say this to me, and he said this oftentimes to new friends that came into our life, and he would say, if you keep doing what you're doing, are you going to be where you want to be in the next 5 years? And they would say, think about this, you're 12 years old and they're saying this, you don't know anything about that. But it really stuck with me. And I say this to our clients that will come in, and I tell them after I review everything, and I put this plan together for them, but I say, if you keep doing what you're currently doing, are you going to be where you want to be in the next 5 years? It's a very simple question, and oftentimes they'll say, no, I don't think we will be. And that's what putting a plan together is all about. So what we want to do is put a plan that in the next 5 years you are going to be where you want to be. And that's what financial planning is all about. When we look at your taxes, your income plan, you have to look at so many different things. So with that being said, are you going to be where you want to be in the next 5 years if you keep doing what you're doing? I hope the answer is yes.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
You have built a nest egg from your years of hard work, and now you're retired or you're about to be. What are your plans for those hard-earned dollars? Putting money away is one thing, but you need a holistic strategy for many different reasons. Whether it's reducing taxes, generating income, minimizing risk, or maximizing Social Security, what counts is what you do with your money. And that's where our retirement simulator can help. Let us give you, at no charge and with no obligation, a look inside your portfolio to see what is really going on. Our retirement simulator will put your financial plan through a strenuous test to identify any weaknesses that we need to address. What we show you may well surprise you, and what you find out could save you big time. Give certified financial planner Alfie Townsend a call. For more than 3 decades, he has been helping people just like you. If you have saved $500,000 or more, call Alfie at 239-747-1080. What you learn from our retirement simulator could end up adding more to your retirement than you ever imagined. Call Alfie at 239-747-1080. You've got nothing to lose and maybe a whole lot to gain.
Frank, do you have a question for Alfie?
Yeah, I'd like to know if long-term health care insurance is something that I should be considering, with my financial situation. Is it something really important for me or is it not? That's what I want to know.
Frank, that's a great question about long-term care. Is it important? It's very important to have long-term care. Now, when I first got into business in 1983, it was totally different. You had to buy these long-term care policies, and I started really in that business, long-term care, Medicare supplements, and it was different. Then you had to have underwriting, but the thing about it was the premiums were supposed to stay the same. And then what happened after 10 years or 5 years, they started going up, and by the time people really needed it, they would cancel it because they couldn't afford the coverage anymore. The new policies, we call them a hybrid because they're sometimes in a life insurance policy or an annuity, which makes it good because you're going to use it. If it's in an annuity, you're going to use that annuity for income down the road. But if your health gets bad or your spouse's health gets bad, and that's important, you can even have it on your spouse. If that IRA is not hers, and she gets sick, we can still benefit. It will benefit her. So it's very important. And what happens is that income would double. And so when that income doubles, that would pay for home health care, long-term care. Life insurance is a little bit different. If you have a $500,000 death benefit, what would happen is you would get like 20 to 25% of that. So you can pick up $100,000 of that death benefit for home health care, assisted living, long-term care. Typically, if you can't do 2 out of 6 activity daily living. But it is a much better way to do it because there's no underwriting in some of them. Still, there's some underwriting in the life insurance, but not the annuity. So hope that answers your question.
Alfie, this is my question. I'm an angry investor. I keep on investing my money and I don't get good returns. What am I doing wrong?
Frank, that's a great question. And there's many reasons why people don't get returns. One of them, hey, we're on the golf course. You're probably talking to your buddies and they're talking about the great return, the great stock that they bought. And then you go and buy that stock and it's high and then it starts to go down and then you sell it. So emotions get in the way. You're chasing, we call that chasing sectors and getting in and out of the market. The main thing to do is make sure you have a portfolio that is very diversified. If you want to buy stocks, by themselves, you can do that with some of your money, but your money that you want to invest for the long haul, you need to make sure that it's in a diversified portfolio and you own all the sectors, international, emerging markets, small cap, large cap, and you have some bonds in there to rebalance. When that market goes down, you have to have something to buy when it's going down. That's called rebalancing, and that should help you get returns in the long run.
I'm here with Mike. Mike, what's your question for Alfie?
With the stock market as high as it is right now, would this be a good time to get in or get out?
Mike, that's a great question. And the reason why people really get in and out of the market is because they're scared. But if you know what your risk is, that is so important. We do what we call a risk-alize, and we will literally ask you questions. This was put together by a team of psychologists, and they're going to ask you questions about how much money can you lose before you just freak out and say, that's it, I'm done. And what it does, it asks series of questions based on that, and it comes out with a number. And once we know that number, then you might say, out of my $1 million, I am willing to lose $200,000 before I panic. Well, after your questions, it could be $300,000 or it could be really $75,000. So once we get that true number and we drill down to that, you're going to be a more comfortable investor because it's going to be in your range when that market does start to go down and you're not going to panic. So the most important part, what we do is finding out what your true risk number is, and we can do that for you.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters. At Advantage Retirement Group, our business is your retirement. We're passionate about learning your hopes and dreams so we can work with you to achieve them. By maximizing the money you've saved, minimizing the dollars you pay in taxes and the risk you're exposed to, and creating a retirement income plan that ensures your savings lasts a lifetime. Call us today for your no-cost, no-obligation evaluation. Call now, 239-747-1080.
There must be thousands of books out there on investing. Unfortunately, most involve a large investment of your time, not to mention all the technical language and puzzling explanations. Well, let me tell you about Alfie Townsend, a certified financial planner, radio talk show host, author, and TV personality. He's been helping people like you for more than 30 years, and his latest book is called Keeping You on the Retirement Fairway. It is a completely different take on getting you the key knowledge needed to make the right decisions and implementing the right strategies to maximize your retirement dollars. It's full of actual stories about real people, showing what they've done wrong and what they've done right. And on top of all of that, it won't cost you 1 red cent if you're one of the first 10 people to call our show today. Our phone number is 239-747-1080. If you save for retirement, give us a jingle right now. You'll get, for absolutely free, a plain spoken read that highlights the building blocks of investing without sounding like a college textbook. Call 239-747-1080. 239-747-1080 right now to get the book Keeping You on the Retirement Fairway. It's on us, so what do you have to lose? Call 239-747-1080.
Thank you for joining us for another session of Team Talk. I'm Mary Thompson in studio with Alfie Townsend, our founder and president of Advantage Retirement Group. And you know, Alfie, a lot of times when people come into your office and they're starting to talk to you about financial planning, and you're getting to know them, what's one of the things that you're sometimes surprised by?
Well, I'm surprised when a lot of times the spouse will say, he takes care of everything. And, you know, like, don't talk to me, he takes care of everything. But in reality, what happens is she's going to live longer than her husband by 5 to 7 years.
Right.
She needs to know. So, you know, what we were talking about earlier before the cameras were on was, you know, you need to know your stuff, where your stuff is.
Right.
You need to know everything about what's going on with your finances. And there's a perfect example. There was somebody that really came in, and it was too late for her because she was 56 years old. She was married to a prominent attorney, and this was in California.
Okay.
And this was our friend David Bach that was telling us this story. So she was married to a prominent attorney. She just lost her husband 6 months ago, and then she started finding out about her stuff, where her stuff was, you know, because she was getting everything in order. Well, an attorney did not even do a will for himself or his spouse, did not have any life insurance, did not have any trust, and he had partners in his firm. So the worst part about it was there was a $2 million home, which sounds good, $2 million home, but there was a $1.5 million mortgage on it. She had no more income coming in, so she had to give that up. But worst of all, it was collateralized loan on her house for the practice.
Oh, wow.
Well, now the two attorneys said, you know what, we are going to depart and start our own practice. We want nothing to do with this one anymore. So they left her, you know, with no house, no income coming in a very, very bad shape. So the thing about it is, if she would have known, she would have said, and especially if I would have been talking, I said, you know, you need life insurance.
Right.
To buy them out so you can have income coming in. There was just so many things that she could have done different if she would have known what was going on. A lot of times, you know, when people come in, I make sure that both spouses are on the same page. I'm going to treat them equally, because it's so important to find out, know what the other, you know, there's just so many things you need to know about finances, where you're in, you know, the what ifs. Where's your income going to come from?
Right.
Or is your pension going to stop if something happens to your spouse? So these are things you need to know, and that's what we want to take care of.
And you know, it is surprising in this situation because he was an attorney, and you would just assume that an attorney would have all of their financial affairs in order. So
you would think that, but you know, let's look at, you know, he's a doctor. Let's say someone's a doctor. You would assume that they wouldn't smoke cigarettes, that they would take care of themselves. But there's a lot of doctors. I know many doctors that are not in the best health.
Right.
And so it's just because you're an attorney doesn't mean that you're going to have a will and everything. You should, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way.
Well, it's great that you take the time to talk to our clients and make sure that both of them know what's going on with their finances and that they're on the same page. That was an important conversation, Alfie. And if you'd like to make sure that your stuff is in order, give us a call.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters.
Let's say you stowed away enough of your hard-earned dollars to retire comfortably. It's one thing to pay your fair share of taxes. It's the patriotic thing to do. It's altogether different when you pay more than you have to. Whether it's your 401k, IRA, or some other retirement account, taxes play a key role in your investment strategy. And if you don't play your cards right, it could have a significant effect on your retirement lifestyle. So you've got to have a strategy for minimizing your taxes that legally saves you more money than you probably ever imagined every single year. If you've saved enough money for retirement, call Alfie Townsend at 239-747-1080. That's 239-747-1080. And we'll show you how to make sure you don't squander your hard-earned retirement. Call 239-747-1080. What you learn could save you thousands and thousands of dollars. Call 239-747-1080.
So I see people call themselves wealth managers, financial planners, financial advisors. How do you separate that out? What is it that you do?
Well, it's confusing out there. It's very confusing because you think, because someone says I'm an advisor, what does advisor mean? They might, some people say I just do manage money. I hate annuities, and you should too. So the thing about it is, I call myself, of course, a financial coach, but really I am a certified financial planner, CFP professional. And if you're going to deal with someone that's a financial planner, a CFP is the highest designation you can have as a financial planner. So that is what I am. And it's very hard to become a certified financial planner professional. You have to go through a lot of tests and take a master test, and it's very, very it's very hard. But the whole thing about it is it teaches you about insurance. It teaches you about estate planning. It teaches you about income tax. It teaches you about all this. So when I look at people's accounts, what I know that I might not be an expert in doing income taxes, but I know enough about it that, hey, I see a tax problem over here and you need to see our CPA.
Right.
And that's what, so it's almost like a quarterback of a football team. The quarterback has to know all the plays, but doesn't mean that you're going to, you get the ball, but you might throw it to your receiver, hand off to your halfback, fullback. So that's what a certified financial planner does. As a wealth manager, yes, we manage people's wealth. That's what we do. We look at portfolios, we make sure we put the right ones together and make sure they're not taking unnecessary risk.
So wealth management isn't really a designation as much as it's something that people in your industry call yourself when that's...
Yeah, they can call themselves an advisor or wealth manager. It's like these sexy words.
Right, but to have that CFP professional, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, and people look up what you have to go through to become a certified financial planner. There's not too many of us out there, so you want to deal with. I say you want to deal with a certified financial planner when it comes to your financial retirement.
I know you've been working in this world for more than 30 years, which means you started when you were about 12 years old.
Oh, hey, you're very nice, but no.
But you mentioned insurance, and you were in the insurance business for quite a while, correct?
Yeah, I started in the insurance business, and that's why, it's important that, I'm glad I started in the insurance business and I moved my way up to the financial business, the certified financial. But it's nice to know that because I know about, I started really with Medicare supplements and health insurance. I know about long-term care. I know about Medicare supplements, Part A, Part B, and all that other stuff. So, it's good to have that knowledge, because I can take that knowledge and help our clients, even though I don't do that anymore. The Medicare supplements, I know which ones that they need to get.
I'm starting to get those phone calls, by the way, for Medicare supplements. It's a scary thought. What is a fiduciary?
Fiduciary is going to be, we look out for your best interest. And I am a fiduciary as a certified financial planner, registered investment advisor. We have to look out for your best interest. Everything we do has to be for your best interest. And I can't sell you something. There's fiduciaries and suitability. We fall under the fiduciary to make sure that it's their best interest, not our best interest, which is, as a realtor, you would know it's your fiduciary also.
All right, Alfie, thank you very much. As he mentioned, he's been doing this for more than 30 years. So if you have any questions at all, Alfie will be glad to answer them. Just give us a call at the number on your screen.
You are watching Saving the Investor, where your money matters. At Advantage Retirement Group, our business is your retirement. We're passionate about learning your hopes and dreams so we can work with you to achieve them. By maximizing the money you've saved, minimizing the dollars you pay in taxes and the risk you're exposed to, and creating a retirement income plan that ensures your savings last a lifetime. Call us today for your no-cost, no-obligation evaluation. Call now, 239-747-1080.
Retirement gives you long-awaited opportunities. You finally gain control over how you spend your time. But you also need control of your investments, of your hard-earned money. There are a lot of moving parts, and just saving over the years is only the first part. What about generating income, your Social Security, minimizing taxes, or managing risk? If you save for retirement, call us at 239-747-1080. Retirement can last more than 20 years, yet many people don't have enough money saved to get through one decade, let alone two. Call us at 239-747-1080. Let us show you how to make your nest egg go the distance. That's 239-747-1080.
For over 100 years, Rob and Stuckey has created beautiful living spaces that are truly unique. Whatever your lifestyle, our professional designers can easily help transform your home into your dream home. Plus, now we've made it simple to design your own personalized creations with infinite possibilities. We're uniquely yours. We're Rob and Stuckey.
At Mondo Uomo, we specialize in remarkable clothing for the remarkable man. A brand that customers love and appreciate is St. Croix knits. Individually handcrafted and hand-finished in the United States, we guarantee the highest standards of quality and fit. Only the finest materials from around the world are used to create the very best sweater that you can buy. This is the cornerstone of the St. Croix collection. At Mondo Uomo, we offer you an exclusive selection of St. Croix specially created for our customers. Come see what enjoyable shopping is all about.